Bukayo Saka, Arsenal, they take a 3-2 lead into their Carabao Cup semi-final second leg at home to Chelsea tonight. Bukayo Saka is a doubt for the game, having picked up an injury during that warm-up before the Leeds game over the weekend. Noni Madueke came into the side to replace him before going on to get a goal and an assist during their 4-0 win. Super Ali McCoist was alongside Jeff Stelling on The Breakfast Show, and he was asked if he would start Madueke over Saka for England right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, right now. If it was a game tomorrow, if England were playing a quarter-final or semi-final in any tournament, I'm starting Madueke. And I need to balance it by telling you the wee fella hasn't done an awful lot wrong. And I think he's tremendous. I love Saka. But I just think at this moment in time, Madueke has got a greater chance of winning you a game than anybody else maybe in the team at this moment in time.
Madueke? I thought we were talking about Madueke, but Madueke. Let's talk about Madueke. I'm sure that's what you say. Listen, 7 goals and 7 assists for Saka in all competitions this season. But watching him, I think it's fair to say, Bentley, that he's nowhere near his best. Why is that? What's gone wrong for him so far this season?
Like going wrong, but he just hasn't looked like himself. Now, what's saying about Saka at times is that when you look at, ultimately, when he's got the ball quite a lot as well, he's double teamed. He's got I've never seen wide players work back as hard as they can to make that 2v1, to not let him inside. It's been tough for him, and he just hasn't had that same spark. His numbers are not as good. And I know nowadays we always judge things by the numbers, but even your eye test, because that's what I like to do. You can read out as many stats as you want.
Yeah.
But basically, it's what does your eyes tell you? And he just hasn't got that same spark at the minute in terms of going past people, creating chances, scoring goals himself. I mean, he's got that lovely habit of getting the ball on that right-hand side, cutting inside, and then finding that far corner in terms of that finish. Just hasn't done that this season as well. So
what do you make of his replacement?
Is in Madueke?
We're saying his name wrong. I think it's pronounced...
I'm starting Madueke.
Madueke, that's it. Yeah. Madueke.
It's quick for you, that. Yeah, Madueke. I said this before, and I will stand by it. At the start of, I think it was the start of the season, I think Thomas Tuchel favoured Madueke over Saka.
Say his name properly.
I'm starting Madueke.
Yeah, right.
Madueke.
Yeah, I think Thomas Tuchel was opting for that. And by the way, he was brilliant for England, scored a few goals.
Yes, he was, yeah.
And in a couple of mundane performances by England, he was one of the shining lights, him and Elliot Anderson.
Yeah.
Then he picked up the injury, and obviously Saka's got his spot back. But listen, I would still start Saka, but the gap between the two is narrowing quickly.
I've made it. There are 4 players that can start for England on the right: Saka, Madueke, Bowen, and Palmer.
Yeah.
And Palmer does. I know he cuts in a lot when he's playing on the right for Chelsea. It's more of a central role, but he does play on the right for Chelsea. Jarrod Bowen, of course, I'm a big fan of. You not so much, but Madueke and Saka. Can you, in your opinion, list them 1 to 4 as to who you would start for England first out of those 4?
Well, first for England,
everyone's fit.
Everyone's fit. I'm going Saka first.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Saka first, Palmer second, Madueke third, Bowen fourth. And the reason
You're putting Bowen last.
And the reason why I'm putting him last is because when I'm looking at the others in an England shirt, well, his England career speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I look at the way Madueke was playing for England at the start of the season, as I spoke about, and the start of Thomas Tuchel's reign. I look at what Palmer's done in big moments, i.e. the European Cup final. He big impact. And then Bowen, I'm yet to see him really grab the grain by the scruff of the neck. Not saying he can't do it, but compared to the others, I don't think he's been as good.
Let me ask you, Saka, he always seems to play well in English shirt. I think I'm right in saying, correct me if I'm wrong, that last 2 seasons he's been voted the English Player of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Or England's Player of the Year. How different is it for a player when they put on the national shirt compared to when they put on the club shirt? Like, for argument's sake, if Saka's going through a bit of a barren spell at Arsenal and then he turns up at England, do you think that bad form just completely leaves him? And all of a sudden, when he puts the 3 lions on, he's like, oh, I'm always playing well for England. I'll have another good game.
Yeah, I think potentially you look at international football, by the way, a lot of the games you play are against lesser opposition. So you get your chance to more space, to shine a little bit more. But I always go back to the Danny Welbeck situation. I remember there was a period for England where he wasn't necessarily as prolific for his club side, but every time he put on a 3-line shirt, he seemed to score and play really well. And Saka's the same. The moment he plays for England, don't get me wrong, he's been playing well for Arsenal and for England. But when he plays for England, it's almost like a different beast comes out. Like you can rely on him all the time. He always shows up in big games when you really need him. So that's why I would always start him first. But as I said, his performances for Arsenal haven't been to the usual high standards that I would expect.
I've got some Saka stats here. This is Saka compared to the other right wingers I mentioned. Saka,
is this per 90?
Yeah, per 90 minutes in the Premier League.
Beautiful.
Are you okay? All right. What are you showing off for?
No, I'm saying, yeah.
I've got my producer Joe's done some hard work. I thought I'd read Joe's out. Saka, Madueke, Bowen, and Palmer. This is who I'm comparing them to. There's so many, but I'll just use one. It's shots. I'll go shots on target and assists. So per 90 minutes, Saka 1.3 shots on target, 0.2 assists. Madueke 0.6, 0.2. Bowen is 1 shot on target, assists 0.1, and Palmer is 1.1 shot on targets and no assists. This is so far in the Premier League, 90 minutes. So Saka tops every single one of those lists. There's other headlines as well: chances created, crosses completed, etc. I don't necessarily buy into all those stats because you could argue, for argument's sake, shots on target.
Mm-hmm.
You could say maybe that player's a little bit more greedy and should have squared it 5 times.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, do you know what I mean? So it gives you a rough indication of where these players are over this season so far. But Saka does come out on top. When you've got a player like Saka, who has been so good for England, and you've got someone like Madueke, who obviously has some kind of relationship with Thomas Tuchel, and I personally get the feeling that Thomas Tuchel fancies Madueke.
Yeah.
Do you think that for England, he's second on that list if Saka's not fit?
Madueke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. For whatever reason, Thomas Tuchel seems to just really like him.
Yeah.
Really likes how direct he is, the way that he plays, running behind. And he's done well. He's done well. Don't get me wrong. What Bowen's doing at West Ham and what he has done at West Ham is incredible. But as I said, for England, I can only judge it what I see for the Three Lions. And I've seen performances from Saka. I've seen Palmer come on and make big impacts. I've seen Madueke when he start of the Thomas Tuchel reign. So it's definitely one of them where there's options there for Thomas Tuchel. But it's the what three? Cause all 4 ain't going. You're not taking all 4.
No.
One of them's missing out.
Who do you think's going? Saka? Noni?
I think, do you know what? It's a mad one because I think Nani? I think Saka, Madueke, yes. Palmer or Bowen is the one.
Okay.
So, but which one he leaves behind, I don't know.
Okay. For my money, when they're all fit, I'm starting Cole Palmer.
Even though Saka's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think, we saw it in the Euro final, right? He comes off the bench, scores a goal from playing out wide.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go, if I was going to list them 1 to 4, I'd go Palmer 1, Saka 2, Bowen 3, Madueke 4.
Should we leave Madueke at home?
Yeah. What are you doing? Remind everyone.
I'm not sure.
1 to 4, Saka 1.
Oh, I'm going Saka 1, Palmer 2, Madueke 3, Bowen 4.
Okay.